I know you've been very busy, but we'll let you know as soon as we know when it is. But maybe even over the weekend, next couple of days. I don't know what the schedule is now. We'll have a look and
yeah, maybe I can bring the Wild Earth audience something different from a different perspective.
Yeah, no, it's every single person that shot camera. We've had a variety of people, and it's always different, as you know. That's one of the great things, as you said, the creativity and the creativity, I guess, but also just the ability to show things and share things, and the whole live aspect of it obviously makes it fun. So I think in the next 2 days we'll let you know when, if it fits in with your program. Thank you kindly. There you go.
Thanks very much.
Come here. Thanks, Herman. I didn't even have time to mess with Herman tonight. We'll do that soon again. We'll make a plan. Yeah. We normally have a bit of a sort of a comedy routine with the two of us, and Herman graciously always lets me come off quite well. Now I've got water as well. I think there's 2 glasses. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Ultimately, at the end of the day, being a wildlife filmmaker is not the easiest thing. It may sound glamorous, but I think once you've done it for a couple of years, you'll be able to tell whether you want to carry on doing it or whether you want out. I mean, got to think, most nights you don't spend in your own bed, and a laundromat is never close by, and neither is a supermarket. So it makes living luxuries and amenities a little bit difficult. But if you are dedicated and passionate about it, I'm sure anyone can see past that at the end of the day.
But there certainly is a lot of passion and commitment needed. Sustainability is always a word that I use a lot with anything wildlife or wild earth related, and to do it sustainably, you need to really have a passion for it, and I think that's something we all know. And then also, if you have the passion, it comes through. I mean, that's the joy of it. Patrick, I noticed a couple of those things in the clips. The second thing we'll talk about is now all the black rhino stuff towards the end. I've got a huge thing for black rhino. I've had some of my most intense and incredible wildlife experiences has been with black rhino. So I know you guys have had similar, just because you've spent time with them. But there's a beautiful clip, and I'm sure again everyone noticed it, where that tiger comes rushing out of the water, and a lot of people wouldn't see that part of it, but you were close to it. I mean, can you give us a quick what happened there?
Well, what happened was we had seen these tigers take a walk down to the dam. We thought that we would film them. They're on a friend's property. She has various other wildlife as well on the property, and she said the tigers are relatively safe, so we always would take somebody's word for that, especially if it's their animal. Yeah. And I was getting really amazing footage and getting quite intimate with the tiger. It wasn't minding me being so close to it. What was different was that there was a giraffe walking behind me, and I hadn't noticed that, but I did notice the tiger's eyes change and move, and I thought, this is it.
Something was going on.
Now I have been spotted and noticed, and at that moment he launched. All I could do was freeze. He went past, and then I was able to pan and see behind me where he was going.
How close did he go past you?
Close enough to wet my pants with all the water splashing.
Yeah. I like the last part there, just in case. So I started laughing as well. I like the honesty of it, and also like the sort of reveal of it. Literally the water splashing from the tiger, just splashing all over you.
That's it, yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. And
serious heart-stopping moment.
I can imagine, yeah. And at what stage, I mean, there's a primal part to all of us, that's why hunting is an interesting topic. If you haven't shot an animal, then hunting is a difficult thing to talk about. There's certain primal things, and certainly being, the predator or the prey, sort of, either side of that line is always an interesting fine line. But at what stage did you still think, what is this tiger doing? Is it possibly coming towards me? And then realize, okay, it's not me. Was there a split second where you realized, okay, I'm safe?
I think I had a moment of waiting for the impact first before I did my move, but when I realized that already I was wet on my pants, I knew that the moment had passed, and I was fortunate enough. But yeah, you always have that fear in the back of your mind, no matter what animal you're filming. I mean, a ferret could attack you while you're filming it.
And much worse. You might go for somewhere unprotected.
Yeah. So yeah, you always have to kind of have that at the back of your mind.
But I must say the dedication in that is brilliant. You didn't shove the camera in its face, you didn't dive out the way, you got the shot. So you can film with me anytime.
I was actually hoping the tripod would come first before me.
Some things in between. That's why you get those big heavy tripods.
Yep, exactly.
In case something heavy tries and jump on it. And then with Black Rhino, just had you experienced and spent time with Black Rhino before your time at La Palala, or was that sort of your first real exposure to them as a species?
That was pretty much my first real intimate and getting very, very up close and personal with Black Rhino has been within the last year. It took us a couple of months to really get some great footage, as you saw in the clip. That was after about 7 months of going through the bush every day, following spurs and tracking. We'd see them sometimes. Sometimes they would be very far. Sometimes they would be close, but in very thick bush, once they move off, you don't see anything. So it really makes it difficult for filming. They got a keen sense of hearing and smell, so it's also very hard to approach them, depending on the wind direction of the day and what the terrain is that they've crossed. It's never easy. There have been moments where I've been standing on the camera filming the Black Rhino, trembling a bit, thinking any moment this thing could turn around, charge, knock us off the vehicle.
There's a certain excitement that comes with them. I mean, Black Rhino, as I've mentioned often, it really is. One of the things I hope to still spend a lot of time live with all of you as well, coming along for it, because there is something about a Black Rhino that I can't equate to anything else. I've seen various things in various situations, and some of them more crazy than others, and some more relaxed than others. But you can't say Black Rhino, especially on foot, but even just its aura is like a leopard, or like a white rhino, or like a T-Rex. It's just a Black Rhino.
It matches pretty much the status of a lion or any of the other big five that it's in the same category with.
But there's like unpredictability about it.
There's always that unpredictability. I saw a clip a while back.
Mike Tyson was in this. What's this movie called? The Hangover. I think Vegas guys go there. It looks quite funny actually. Rory went to see it the other day. But there's a little clip with Mike Tyson in it where he's talking to the guys, and he was joking around. He made a joke to the director, which everyone laughed about. They even showed it in the highlights as one of the funniest things being said. I'd also laugh. Mike Tyson was saying it, but the point is, and I've equated them before. Mike, if you're not watching, you should be watching Wild Earth. We need more people watching wildlife. But if you do have a problem, call me. I'll explain it to you. But Mike Tyson, I've equated him often to Black Rhino. There's something about it where you you could get to like and appreciate this animal, and certainly fall in love with them as well in some ways. But there's you don't know what could happen next. You don't know if it's going to swing or bolt or run or bite, or there's like electric charges.
Very much that pit bull terrier type attitude where a sudden switch and he will turn around and probably get aggressive.
And filming them was, did you find that every time you filmed you almost felt it more?
It's always a rush filming the Black Rhinos. Whenever we find them and see them and film them, Jessica and myself come away after that experience going, wow, what a rush. It is. It's really, truly amazing. And that lasts for days and days. I'm sure it's pretty much what the viewers seeing the leopards and the lions around here. Driving around and seeing those, even for a tourist coming out here. But, yeah, imagine that. Black Rhinos.
Can I ask you one more question, and then we're going to say goodnight? Was it as nerve-wracking maybe as filming a Black Rhino, or was it as hard as you thought it might be chatting live in front of the camera, this side of it?
For me, definitely yes. Always taken a job to be behind the camera. So for the last 15 years, I've never been on this side of the camera unless it was to move a light or fix something, trim some grass. Yeah, so I'd say this has been definitely a new learning experience for me. I don't know how soon I'll be getting back into presenting.
Well, you won't have to be in front of it, but as we said, well, maybe we can hop you in the chair at some stage. No, as we were saying, just when you come and drive with us, it's quite an interesting interaction as well between the presenter and cameraman, because we never pretend the cameraman's not there. A lot of camera work, you sort of pretend the camera isn't there, you pretend the cameraman's not there. But in this, it's also for those of you that will come and drive with us, I'm sure anyone that listened to you tonight will love to come along for the drive. Now you know what Patrick looks like, and you know what he sounds like, and you'll be at least hearing him again behind the camera on the drive as well, every now and again when there's opportunity. So that'll be like it. Patrick, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the show.
It's been cool talking to you. Yeah. We'll do so again, perhaps. Who knows, And also, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you for being patient with the slightly later start, and with shooting the lights out with us, and everything else was brilliant. And yeah, that was a fantastic chat. Jessica and Patrick, I know you've been welcomed in many ways, but again, welcome with us. It's been fun having you here. And for those of you joining the chat later on, have some cold water there, something cool to drink. A couple of you might be getting a little bit hot under the collar, and it's going to be a good one. That's 9 o'clock slap with Jessica and Patrick as well, even though he's behind the camera then. Again, thanks for joining us. It was brilliant. And before I waffle on like I tend to do sometimes at the ending, enjoy the evening, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.